Finally, it's good to be here. We want to talk about how to relocate to Portugal on a study visa, a step by step guide. That's exactly what you're going to enjoy today. I will hold you by the hand and walk through the process of relocating to Portugal. Welcome to Ayodeb Visa Hub. Now, why Portugal? It is because Portugal is affordable, very, very affordable. And if you want to enjoy a high quality life, Portugal is the right place to choose for your study visa. Take for example, when you compare to other European countries, Portugal has one of the lowest tuition fees in Europe. In fact, tuition fee can be as low as 1,500 to 7,000 euro per year. Between 1,500 euro to 7,000 euro per year. It can be as low as that. And the cost of living also in Portugal, very, very affordable. It's as low as 500 to 800 euro per month. Yes, you have me right. If you have between 500 to 800 euro, you can live comfortably in Portugal. That is per month. And one great thing about Portugal is this. After your study, you can step back and apply for a work visa. That's another beautiful thing about Portugal. You can step back and apply for work permit. Portugal has a warm climate and friendly people. Yes, and they have one of the best climate. Why not Portugal? Let's now go right into the meat of the discussion. Here is a step-by-step guide on how to relocate from Nigeria to Portugal on a study visa. We are going to discuss about 7 steps. So you have to be, if you can get a note and your biro or your pen and be taking note of these 7 steps that will take you to Portugal for a study visa. Now, step 1, before anything else, you need to decide what you want to study and where you want to study in Portugal. And Portugal offers high quality education at a fraction of the cost compared to other European countries, just as I have mentioned before. Now, let me tell you, one of the most popular universities in Portugal where you can study. The first one is University of Lisbon. Second, University of Porto. Third, Nova University, Lisbon. And number 4, University of Coimbra. These are the most popular universities that we have in Portugal. Now, let's talk about the tuition fees. If you are doing bachelor degree, then the cost is between 1,500 to 7,000 euro per year. But if you are doing master degree, between 2,000 and 7,500 euro per year. But there's something you have to find out first. Remember to check if your desired course is taught in English or Portuguese. But fortunately, even if you desire to study in a university that offer the courses in Portuguese, some of these universities also have preparatory courses in Portuguese that will prepare you for your main program. That is also available in Portugal. Now let's move to step number 2. We want to apply for admission. Now, once you have chosen your school, the next step is to apply. And each university has its own process. But generally, you will need to submit the following documents. You need to submit the following documents. Number 1, academic certificates and transcripts, which is your WAEC or NECO for undergraduate. But for BSc, so they have to submit their transcripts. Number 2, international passport. This passport must be valid 6 months beyond your year of stay. That is a requirement. Number 3, statement of purpose, SOP. This will explain why you choose Portugal and your choice. So you have to explain that. Number 4 is letter of recommendation, usually from your lecturers or from your employers. Then number 8, proof of language proficiency, which may, if required, it may be IELTS or TOEFL or Portuguese test. Number 6, your CV, resume. That is required for postgraduate applications. Now, you may want to know about application deadlines in Portugal. Well, September intake, you must apply between January and May. That is for September intake, between January and May. So, if September now is your desire to migrate to Portugal for your study, you are almost late now because the process is ongoing between January and May. But for February intake, you have to apply between August and October. Once you are accepted, what happened? The university will issue your acceptance letter. Yes, acceptance letter. And this acceptance letter is very, very important for your visa application because you are going to submit it for your visa interview. Now let's move to step number 3. Step number 3. Don't forget to subscribe and like and share this channel so that others will also benefit like you. Now let's move to step number 3. You have to pay for your tuition and secure your spot. Once you receive your admission offer, some university may ask you to pay part of your tuition fee as a deposit to confirm your spot. So that's one important step to show that you are ready or you are serious to study in that university. You have to make some deposit so as to secure your your spot. Then what else do you need to do after you have paid the required deposit? Then what will happen? You receive your final admission letter, which is also needed for your visa application. Very interesting, very interesting. Some universities allow you to pay tuition fees in installments. Make it easier to manage your finances. So which Nigeria call pay small, small. Yeah, you can pay small, small instruments for your tuition fees instead of paying everything at once. Now let's move to step number 4 now, which is very important. Authenticate and legalize your document. What do I mean? Before applying for a Portugal study visa, your documents must be authenticated and legalized by an authority that is accepted to the Portuguese authorities. So the question that comes to your mind now is, if you are watching this video from Nigeria, is how to authenticate and legalize your documents in Nigeria. How can you do that? You can do it through the following. Number 1, notarization. Take your document to a notary public for official certification. Number 2, authentication by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. You have to submit the notarized document to the legalization department of the Nigerian Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Abuja. So you have to do that. Then number 3, legalization by the Portuguese embassy. This final step is to get your document legalized at the Portuguese embassy in Nigeria. And that is also available in Abuja. Now, what are documents that require authentication and legalization? What documents? The following. Number 1, academic certificates and transcripts. Number 2, birth certificate. Number 3, police clearance certificate. And you can get that in Alagbon in Lagos. Number 4, other required supporting documents. Take note of this information. If your documents are in English, some university may still require a certified Portuguese translation by a recognized translator. How can you get that? When you get to the Portuguese embassy in Abuja, you can have this service rendered for you. Now let's move to step number 5. Now it is time to apply for a Portuguese study visa, which is called Type D visa. They call it Type D visa. And this is the most crucial part of your student visa application. Very, very important. So you want to ask, what are the documents required for a Portugal study visa? Well, before I answer that, have you subscribed, like, and share this channel? Please kindly do so. Now let's talk about the documents now that are very, very important, that are required for a Portugal study visa. Number 1, visa application form. And you can download that from VFS Global website. It's available there. Number 2, valid passport, and you must have at least 2 blank pages, minimum 2 blank pages on your valid passport. Number 3, passport photographs. You need 2 recent photos with white background. Take note, with white background, not colored, not red, not blue, but white background. Number 4, acceptance letter from your Portuguese university. Very, very important. Number 5, proof of accommodation. It may be hostel confirmation, rental agreement, or a letter from a host. Yeah, it is very possible that you have somebody in Portugal who want to host you. They will need a letter from such a host. Or if you have made a deposit for your hostel, it is very good to provide it at this point. It will enhance your visa application. Now, let's go to the next one, very crucial. Number 6, proof of financial means. You must show at least between 7,500 to 10,000 euro in your bank account or your sponsors to cover your living expenses. Take note, as a student, you may not have up to 7,500 to 10,000 euro in your account, but you may have a sponsor. It may be an uncle, it may be a parent that have this account. That have this money in his or her account. So you can use that to process your visa. Number 7, health insurance. Health insurance. This is required for your stay in Portugal. Number 8, flight reservation. Not a paid ticket, just a booking. So you understand what we mean by reservation. You have not paid, but you have booked. You have reserved your flight. So that is also another document that will enhance your visa application. Number 9, criminal record certificate. You can get this from Nigerian Police Force, Alagbon. So I've been there several times to obtain this for some applicants in the past. So just go there. You pay some fees, it's not free, and you can get your certificates indicating that you are not a criminal. Number 10, you also need medical certificate. Yeah, that's about approved hospitals where you go for test to show that you are free to travel and study in Portugal. So that's very required. Visa fee is about 90 euro. At the time of this making this video, it's about 90 euro. Now, step number 6, book and attend your visa interview. Once your applicant is ready, submit it at the Portuguese embassy in Abuja or VFS Global in Lagos or in Abuja. So it's your choice. So you either submit it to Portuguese embassy in Abuja or take it to VFS Global in Lagos or in Abuja. After submission, now, next to expect is your invitation for the real interview. For the real interview. Now, you will be concerned. What are some common questions that the officers will ask you during the visa interview? I'm sure you'd like to know. Not so? The most common are these. Number 1, they will ask you, why do you want to study in Portugal. You have to prepare for that. Number two, how will you fund your education? Number three, what are your plans after graduation? These are the three most important questions that you must prepare for before you attend your visa interview. But remember to be confident, be bold, and honest. And what is the main goal here? The main goal is to prove you are a genuine student. So you are not just trying to pretend because you want to japa and on getting there, you abandon your school and be doing other businesses. No, 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 no. So you must prove to them that you are a genuine student. Now you may ask, visa processing time is usually between 4 to 8 weeks. So if there's no problem, between 4 to 8 weeks, you will get your visa. But I will advise you to apply early to avoid delays. Now, step number 7, which is the final, is prepare for departure. Congratulations if your visa is approved. If your visa is approved, it is time to get ready for your move to where? Portugal. Portugal. And I will advise you, when you get your visa, please arrive at least 2 weeks before your court starts so that you can settle down properly. 2 weeks before your study will start. So that you familiarize yourself with the environment, you settle down in a very good mood to start your study. So this is a step-by-step guide on how to relocate to Portugal on a study visa. What are your comments? If you have benefited from this process, please show it in your comments. Subscribe to my channel, like it, and share with others. And I'll be coming again for another powerful information that has to do with visa processing or vacation, things that have to do with traveling. This is a source for genuine information. So before I come your way again, my name is Ayo Ashojo of Ayodeb Visa Hub. Thank you very much for listening. So looking forward to seeing you another time. Bye for now.